For our final story, we should focus to South Africa. In a move that could deepen a rift with the United States, South Africa could possibly turn to Russia or Iran to achieve its nuclear power goals. South Africa's Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources said that the country is open to nuclear energy bids from Russia and Iran as part of its plan to expand the civilian nuclear power capacity, and that Pretoria cannot have a contract that says Tehran or Moscow but must not bid. Now, South Africa is home to Africa's only nuclear power plant, the Koeberg Nuclear Power Station. Pretoria plans to add 2,500 megawatts of new nuclear power capacity to tackle the persistent blackouts and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But cooperation with Iran or Russia could further delay the renewal of the US-South Africa Strategic Energy Pact. After almost a decade of talks, Pretoria and Washington had been seeking to conclude a new civilian nuclear pact, a prerequisite for exporting US-made nuclear fuel or equipment. Now, Pretoria says the negotiations for a new agreement have been finalized at a technical level, but nothing is signed yet as legal processes remain incomplete. Failure to secure a new deal could block South Africa's power utility Eskom from sourcing reactor fuel from America's Westinghouse, the corporation for Unit 1 at Koeberg. And Unit 2 of the plant is supplied by France's Framatome. Now, South Africa's decision is to keep its doors open for a Russian or an Iranian bid, and this comes at a time when it faces intense scrutiny from Washington. This after President Donald Trump issued an executive order halting all foreign aid, including that to South Africa. Not just that, Trump's order claimed that South Africa was renewing its relations with Iran to develop commercial, military, and nuclear arrangements. Responding to this, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's office said that Pretoria has no bilateral cooperation with Iran on nuclear power or any nuclear-related technology. The Ramaphosa government also rebuked the Trump administration, accusing it of bullying smaller nations like South Africa due to economic disparities.
By the United States because of the size of our country and our economy, and because they're a superpower, they just bully us around. We must resist that. You don't wake up one night and say, I'm cutting aid to African continent. It's very little in South Africa. We are not a province of the United States. We are a sovereign state. And if there's an issue they want to raise with us, they must talk to us. We're engaged diplomatically. We take decisions collectively. But bullying us should not be tolerated by us at any time.
Amid the ongoing tensions, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also said that he would not attend the G20 foreign ministers meeting in Johannesburg. The decision marks a significant diplomatic boycott by the United States, signaling its discontent with South Africa's stance on Israel and the ICC. In a tweet earlier this month, Rubio said he objected to the meeting's agenda, which he described as anti-American. At the heart of the US-South Africa rift is the divergence in their foreign policy. So will Pretoria pivot to Russia and Iran to join the anti-West axis?
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually.
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.